The albatross are all out, hoping for some scraps and throwaways. But there are no winners today.
You've had gear in areas, hundreds of times before, so you should have, most of it worked out. That should have been a crane, the thing. Just not enough here. Just should be better.
Winter is the toughest season to hunt for rock lobsters because you can only keep the males. Females breed in winter, so they're protected. And then there's the rough winter swell, of course. Lobsters don't like feeding in these conditions.
Bastards of things, Richo. Thought we'd get one here.
The Port Davey swell is putting rookie deckhand Zach to the test.
In these conditions, it's hard enough just standing up, let alone throwing the grapple and pulling in a pot. Zach's a rookie, but he's doing really well. He's had a couple of misses, but that's to be expected on these sort of days.
This is where it can get a bit tricky sometimes. The boys go one way and the line's still the other.
Grappling, pulling pots from the ocean, is one of the must-have skills of being a good deckhand. It takes years to master.
Very nasty weather. Miss!
Missing with the grapples, it's taking longer. You really want to try and make use of the time that you've got for fishing. Lost time of pots in the water is lost revenue, really.
Struggling to catch a prey this morning.
Miss!
Whoop. How'd you go? You get him?
Nah. Just kept jumping off the rope.
I think over the years I've learned that when things go bad, you really have to keep cool at sea, because if you lose it, I think that's when things happen and it gets worse.
Just seems to be getting caught up on there and just flicking over.
Cut that off.
I hit it, it's just flicking over.
Yeah.
I'm still getting the accuracy there, but the grapple seems to jump off it a fair bit.
The rope probably got hooked up on that little bit of fluff there. Zach owes us a beer.
The final pots are sitting on a shallow section of the reef.
We're looking at 8-metre swells here today. That's the size of a two-storey building coming at us. If they smack in the side of the boat, they can knock the boat over, wash it over the deck. It's really important that Zach doesn't miss with the grapple. He needs to get the pots in so we can get them all on deck and get out of it. I'm really pleased with Zach. He's done really well today. In these extreme conditions, he's thriving on it. He's got the right attitude to be a great deckhand, and I'm quite surprised it's only his second trip.
He's the boss of the grapple.
Experience tells me how far I can push myself, the boat and the crew. I just know what limit I can go to. We're copping and flogging from this weather, we're pulling our pots and we're getting absolutely nothing. When there's a big swell on and you're in around the rocks, your pots are more likely to move around. So if a pot's moving around on the bottom, a lobster's not going to crawl into it because it scares them away.
The waves are breaking just metres away. This is seriously risky stuff. The risk of capsizing is very real.
That's got a cray, but just one. Just one. Where's a 6 or a 7 or something? Be careful with him. I'm not catching anything, am I? So I'm not doing my job. Simple as that. They're doing what they're doing, the fish. They're being fish, aren't they? So... Well, the trip is dragging on and on and on, and we're just scratching and scratching and scratching. It's like you're scratching around like an old chook in the yard looking for something to eat, you know? Like it's, that's what we call it, scratching, yeah. There, Richo. That's not a bad one.
3 kilos plus. That's a $300 lobster right there.
Yeah, so we just got $1,000 worth out of that pot, which is something. We just need more pots like that in a day. We haven't been playing the game, but typically, though, we're optimistic and we've still got more gear to pull, haven't we? So... Yeah, I'm a fairly optimistic person. You have to be optimistic, otherwise you'd never go fishing. It's a nice fishy. You're going to get one, Micho. We want one like that, don't we?
The catch rate is low, but the lobsters are huge.
You hold it up. Beautiful fish.
Danny and Rick are consistently pulling the biggest reds of the fleet.
To get a big lobster like that, if he goes around the $400 mark, that's getting a pay out of just the one lobster, absolutely. Yeah, it's good. Maybe to savers, Richo. Those sorts of savers, they've been in all their pots. Maybe they're attracting them.
The shot has added 35 more lobsters to their winter tally, which now stands at 489. Every big red gets them closer to their $100,000 target.
I'll stick and stay and make it pay, yeah, absolutely. We've got the eyes on the prize, and it can get fairly grim at times, but usually at the other end it feels pretty good, yeah.
Margate, Tasmania. And the crew of the Bold Contender is heading back out to sea. This time to Port Davey, the same place where the Minimuura is struggling to make a dollar. Squizzy will need all the luck he can muster for this trip.
The donut thing is a good luck thing for me. Even if I'd steam down at midnight, I'll do 3 donuts outside home. So the first time I did the 3 donuts, and I caught over 2 ton of lobsters really quick. That's one.
You're on your second one?
Don't confuse me, Toba. I lost count once. I did 4, and it was a terrible trip, so I only do 3.
Skipper Squizzy has a new target of 400 kilos of lobsters.
We like to chase the brindle lobsters. They are a lighter colour for the smaller ones because we can catch a lot in a short amount of time. It keeps our running costs down.
The price of brindles is $75 per kilo, but the price of big reds is holding strong at $90 a kilo.
The small brindle price is well down, so I'm not going to try and target them. I've got to try and target the red cray, but the hardest thing we've got about trying to catch a red cray this time of year and what the forecast looks like ahead is we've just got massive swells, 3-4 metres, Sundays up to 6 metres, so it's nearly impossible to catch a red cray at 6 metres. Well, it is impossible, I think. We need to do this trip to just give me and Toby a bit of money in the bank because the bills still keep coming in. Toby's got to feed the family, give him a bit of money. You've got to try and look after your crew, otherwise they disappear and go get a job somewhere else. Toby's